Good afternoon everyone. Okay, now check your audio and video connectivity as it is okay. Is it okay? Okay. So, last day I have told you on the chapter 6, that is combustion and flame, right? Right? Now, when I am taking the class of 8O, they told me that the last part of synthetic fiber and plastic, the last part of synthetic fiber and plastic was left. Okay. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? Respond in the chat box. Okay, okay. Okay. So, as it is not completed abiding by this, then last day I have discussed on this part. So, today also I will discuss this part, that is the last part of fiber and plastic, synthetic fiber and plastic, that means chapter, take your NCERT science textbook and open page number 32, open page number 32. Synthetic fiber and plastics. This chapter was done by offline videos. Okay. Synthetic fiber and plastic, page number 32. Okay. So, today I cannot add anyone, Sneha. So, I will transfer your message to the technical operator. Okay. I cannot add anyone. So, synthetic fiber and plastic, the last part of this, you may have message to the number already given to you, that I have to add on that class, then they will take the necessary steps. Okay, so from 32, page number 32, the chapter is on synthetic fiber and plastic. Already, I hope already you have come through these topics. Now, there was the what is artificial silk, what is nylon and petrochemicals, everything was there, and what is the plastic is so useful in our daily life. Okay. Now, there was few points which are the important points on aspect of today's life or today's civilization for the epidemic use of plastic. Now, the epidemic use of plastic become an hazardous to our environment. Okay. In which purpose? For example, in case of fertility, in case of the atmospheric pollution, these are the areas where the plastic pollution, that is the compounds or the gases obtained from the plastics, when we burned it, then it can pollute the air. What are the main components that is obtained from this? There are, as the plastics are organic synthetic compounds. So, here the gases are formed, that is mainly the hydrocarbons. Okay. That is the free radicals are formed. What is free radicals? It will come on this matter later on. So, what is free radicals? Free radical is the organic substance, it irritate our body. So, here the part which is producing from the burning of the plastic is cancer producing, that is carcinogenic in nature. So, there are different ways where plastics are dangerous to our life. So, these are the bad effects of plastic. Now, follow on the topic, that is page number 38. This part was left. I have discussed on the plastic as a material of choice, that is 3.6. Now, sorry, 3.5. Now follow 3.6. Okay. Now in 3.6, the main top point is that plastic and the environment. Plastic and the environment. Okay. Now I already have started on these plastics on the environment. What are the bad effects? Number 1, that is the air pollution or atmospheric pollution. Number 2, soil pollution. Number 3, effect on fertility of soil. Effect on fertility of soil. Okay. So, these are the areas. So, atmospheric pollution, when we burn the plastics, it produces different types of unknown gases which are very poisonous also when we inhale it, and also it produces no need to write now. When I will discuss about the questions from the exercise, then you have to write it. Okay. Now, next one, that is soil pollution, that it restricts the absorption capacity of the soil. Suppose we throw a piece of plastic, that is plastic carry bag, in an soil part, then there should be a the water body, that is the water body means the rainfall will not get inside the soil, and what happens, the biomicroorganism, that microorganism which increases the fertility of the soil, they get damaged. Okay. So, as there the flow of oxygen and also the absorption of rainwater will decrease, and by this way it decreases the fertility of the soil and also causes soil pollution. Okay. So, these are the areas where plastics may affect. There are very large areas there on this part, that is soil pollution and air pollution. Next one, you can follow that there are plastics are non-biodegradable. What is the meaning of this? So, first of all discuss on the matter. Matter, one is biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Okay. Now, biodegradable, that means now (3.5). Okay, I will discuss on this later on. First continue with unit 3.6. Okay. So, biodegradable, that is which is decomposed by the biomicroorganism or by the atmosphere easily to the soil. So, biodegradable, that means it can be decomposed by the bacteria or atmosphere. Okay. So, these are called biodegradable, and non-biodegradable, which is not decomposed by the factors, that is bacteria or atmosphere, which cannot decompose by the factor, are called non-biodegradable. Now, you follow there is a table given in the lower half of the page number 38, that there are types of waste are there, and appropriate time. Sir, call disconnected. Don't disconnect the call. Don't disconnect the call. Okay. So, let us start from the chart, that is table number 3.3. There are the different types of materials are there, and what is the decomposing time to absorb in the soil is given. Now, first of all, it is the peels of the vegetable and fruits, which takes around about 1 to 2 weeks, and it is called biodegradable. Okay. Next one, paper, it is also biodegradable, it takes more time than that of the vegetable peels. Next one, that is cotton cloth, it will take more time than that of the paper, that is 2 to 5 months. Okay. Next, wood, 10 to 15 years, but it is also biodegradable. Okay. Next one, woolen cloth. Why wood is biodegradable? Because the materials, that is the components of wood, are organic in nature. So, it cannot decreases the productivity of the soil, and also it does not affect the soil fertility. So, for this reason it is biodegradable, but it takes long time to decompose in the soil. Next one, that is woolen cloth, about a year. Okay. Next one, that is tin, aluminum and other metal cans. This is non-biodegradable. Sir, again disconnected. কি হচ্ছে বলুন তো, এটা কিন্তু হচ্ছে আজকে। They are not in the call. Continue. Okay. So, next, that is tin, metal can, aluminum, these are non-biodegradable because they are not affected or very little affected by the atmosphere. Next one is plastic bags. Now, plastic bags we regularly use in the shop and market, and it is used in epidemic way. So, for this reason we can see the heaps of plastic in the region, that is in urban region, and also nowadays it is in the village region also. So, plastic is the main causes where the mostly affected by the which affects mostly the atmosphere. So, here we can see the distinction between the biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances. Now, plastics are non-biodegradable because it cannot decompose by the materials, the atmosphere, and also the biomicroorganism present in the soil. For this reason it is non-biodegradable in nature. So, if you question that the metal cans or the plastic bags are biodegradable, explain, then you have to answer it that it is not decomposed by the biomicroorganism or by the atmosphere, or it takes a long time. It takes a long time. So, for this reason this is called non-biodegradable. Okay. Next, in page number 39, there are the measures we have to take, to protect our civilization and also to restrict the pollution occurred from the plastics. So, the next page tells us about that. So, where by which way we can restrict these? There are the principle, that is 5R principle. So, very important area. What are 5 R's? Now, the 5 R's is reduce, reuse, recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. Recover and refuse. Okay. So, these is called 5 R's. So, what is this? First of all, reduce. So, reduce the uses of plastic materials. Number 1, reuse, that means as we have the distinction between the there are two types of plastic, one is thermosetting and one is thermoplastic. Now, the thermosetting, it cannot be molded again, but the thermosetting plastic, okay. So, thermoplastics can be molded again. So, we have to reuse it in different form, from the plastic bags to our in the molded form, that means in the plastic chairs, etc. And second one, that is recycle it. Now, this sign you can follow in the a tricyclic arrow, you can follow it at the bottom of the water bottles and also any plastic objects. That means it is recyclable. Recycle means we have to reform it or we have to mold it, we can mold it to different form. Okay, so this is recycle. Next one, that is recover. So, this is an important word, that is what is recover, that means what is the energy stored in the plastic. I have already told you that plastic is the synthetic organic materials. So, as it is the part of the petrochemical sometimes, so petrochemical is the source of energy. In this way, the plastics also used as a source of energy and sometimes producing some flammable gases or inflammable gases, that means in synthetic gases. So, here we have to recover the energy from the plastic. Okay. Now, already there is, this is a part of there are the energy. Okay. Next one is the refuse. Refuse is the we have to change our mentality that we have to refuse the use of plastic bags or plastic materials, and in that place we have to use the uses of, we have to increase the uses of the bags made up of jute or which is non-pollutant. Okay. So, this is fiber, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. Have you understood? Have you understood? So, I am repeating against the 5 R's. Have you understood the previous section, that is biodegradable and non-biodegradable? Have you understood the biodegradable and non-biodegradable? This is a very easy concept. Okay, so I am repeating the 5 R. So, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. So, these 5 are dictating the 5 different areas. These 5 R's dictating us the different areas where or by which way we can decrease the use of plastic, and also the pollution occurred by plastics can be somehow decreased. So, this is 5 R. The R are coming from the 5 different words, that is reduce, R, reuse, recycle, recover and refuse. Now, you have to understood the meaning of the word. Okay. So, reduce, that means first step, that is we have to reduce the use of the plastic materials, that is mainly the plastic bags, and here also we can mention the points of thermocol because it is also a same category, it is also of same category. Next one is the reuse. If it is possible, then we can reuse it. Next one, that is recycle, that means when there is a thermoplastics is there, we can mold it to the different form so that it can be recycled. Next one, that is recover, that is recovering the energy which is stored in the plastic. So, it is the recover. Next, refuse. If we can refuse the use of plastic, then it will be more environmental friendly. Okay. So, these are the significance of 5R. So, you may be asked that what is the significance of 5R. Okay. In different way you may have answered. Now, you have understood. Have you understood? Then I will. Okay. So, now you can easily tell that what are the different areas, that means we should not use plastic bag, or we have to reduce the use of plastic bag, we should not throw the plastic bags everywhere, that means in roads or in the mainly in the drains, because it log the water. Okay. In the region where it is cultivated, that means in cultivated land, it will decrease the fertility of the soil. So, in this way we can tell about the different bad effects of plastic. Now, follow the previous section. Okay. Previous section, that means in unit 3.5, page number 37, unit section 3.5. Here the subtopic is that plastic as materials of choice. Plastics as materials of choice. One conclusion we may draw in nowadays, that the civilization cannot be go in the smooth way, or it is the most important part in today's civilization that we are using plastics in different areas, that means in every areas of our life. You can take the example from every side, that means our daily use, okay, in the automobile engineering, that in the use of our, that means the car parts, and also the water bottles, it is a very one example. Next we are using, that is the microwave box, etc. These are all made of plastic. And also there are the automobile engineering, that means in the production of tire tubes, etc., and also in the range of petrochemicals. Okay. So, these are all made from petrochemicals. So, the epidemic use of plastic is due to its use in the different areas. Now, here a few topics are discussed. First of all, plastic is non-reactive. Okay. Now, it is in moderate temperature, it is non-reactive, we may say. That means it does not affected by acid or temperature, etc. Okay. Now, there are different types of plastic is there. You can see that in the example, that is the high density polyethylene, low density polyethylene. Okay. So, these are the different plastics, and as they are not affected or less affected by these chemicals, then it is called non-reactive. What is the efficient way of this? That means what is the usefulness of this, that as it is non-reactive in nature, so we can store materials and we can store the food, etc., for a long time. So, for this reason it is more important in our daily life. Okay. Next one, plastic is light and strong and durable. Now, already you have studied that one plastic thread is very using nowadays in the rock climbing instead of the metal wire, because it is very light, easy to carry, and the tensile strength is also high. So, for this reason plastics having a use in today's civilization in a different way and is varieties of way. So, it is light, strong and durable. Next one is that plastics are poor conductor of heat. Okay. Now, that means if we compare the conduction of heat with respect to plastic and metal, that means plastics are non-conductor or very poor conductors of heat. That means at up to a moderate temperature, not only in the high temperature. So, these are important uses of plastics here are mentioned, and also there are in the healthcare industry, that means the in the medicinal purpose also there are the uses of plastics, that means the syringe, the stitching wounds, that means the thread use. Nowadays the threads are absorbed by the body. So, it is a very important uses of plastics. Next one is the cookware, that I have already told you, the produce cooking in the microwave, the foods, the box we are used, that is made up of plastic. And the Teflon, what is Teflon? Teflon is used as a coating in the utensils and also in the body parts of the cars and etc. So, what is the uses of this? That is, it is non-reactive, or it is uses to restrict the corrosion from the or the erosion of the metal, corrosion of the metal. So, it is Teflon is non-reactive. Teflon is used as a coating agent. Okay. So, these are the, it is also a polymer. Teflon is a polymer and it is a part from the plastics. Already we have studied about the synthetic plastic. So, it is a part of synthetic plastic. Okay. Now, Teflon is the uses in the coating and it is a polymer. So, these are the important areas which was discussed on the topic number 3.5, unit 3.5. Okay. Sir, your picture is not coming in my screen. Okay. Now, it may be your problem. From our side it is okay. Now, tell me, is it clear? Any confusion regarding the two parts, that is 3.5 and 3.6? Next day I will discuss from the exercise of this. Okay. So, these there the some important questions are there from this region. You can assume the questions and it will be clear. Yes, sir, please repeat. Recover. Yes, recover is very important, because recovering the energy from the plastics. Just remember this term, recovering the energy from the plastics. That means now if some materials, that means the using the pressure or using some gases, the energy of the plastics can be recovered. That means recovering the energy, that is biofuel. We know biofuel, now it is a part of biofuel. Okay. As plastics are made from the organic material, so we can call it also biofuel, just like the methane or etc. Understood? Okay, bye everyone. Meet you again in the next class.